Yay, finally, connection. Y'all, let me tell you, I have tried to record tonight's video twice on Zoom. It just wasn't having it. And thanks to Lindsay for helping me figure out this Facebook Live connection thing. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to cover the fourth energy center. It is called divine love. In the terminology of the core motivators, it is called the healer. So yeah, so people that have this as their primary energy center slash core motivator are really grounded in the energy of non-judgmental love. So loving acceptance, right? And what drives this is just this really innate understanding of the interconnectedness. And so people with divine love slash healing just really inherently understand that we are all one. So they tend to kind of go in that woo, that metaphysical oneness. Um, because of this, because of their ability to connect and to really withhold judgment, they have almost like a radical acceptance. Hey, Lindsay, yes. Yay. Thank you. These healers, they can really, they're the ones that can dig deep and actually see the sacred beneath the profane. They're the ones that see the perfection within our imperfections, and instead of seeing brokenness, they see wholeness. They're really good at tolerance and patience, and just trusting that there is good in everyone, and really seeing the goodness and the potential. So bringing all of this together, they excel at holding that space for people so that people can get to know themselves, accept themselves, and move into loving themselves. And so you might imagine that, they're drawn to professions or activities where they can express this. And so if I think about what that might look like, certainly, healthcare providers, although likely not physicians. If they are physicians, they're probably, working against the grain of their training, particularly in Western society, because they're really bringing that nurturing energy. And they tend to excel with one-on-one interactions with people. And so, more like nurses or other healthcare providers, counselors, coaches, energy workers, would all be areas where you might expect to find the healers gravitating toward. And for those that are not directly involved in healing professions, they're very likely still expressing their healing energy by being the type of person that everybody gravitates to. So we probably all know at least one or more people like that, where they're just so easy to talk to, and they're good listeners, and we just feel really drawn to them, and we want to confide in them, and we feel safe. We really sense that energy of love and acceptance. And so you might just find the healers just in your circle of friends. We all know people like that. Yeah, so let's talk about the dysfunctional expression of the divine love slash healers. So because these healers are so good at giving and trusting and, really seeing the good and the potential in other people, they are at risk of over giving. So they give, and oftentimes do so at the expense of self-depletion. So kind of like when we were talking about people who are primary in divine compassion, the community builders, the healers also, are at risk of having some loose boundaries, right? And so what is the antidote to that? Well, besides boundaries, we all can benefit from working on our boundaries. The antidote for the healer is actually to get comfortable with something that does not come naturally to them, which is receiving. So instead of giving and giving, finding ways to be the recipient. And so that might come in the form of really examining their close relationships and making sure that they're balanced, and really cultivating and leaning into relationships where the healer is getting nurtured and not always being the nurturer. And sometimes it can also look like, instead of being the giver, instead of being the practitioner, allowing themselves to be the client. And so instead of always out there delivering their services, actually going and partaking of services. So, whether it's getting a Reiki session or massage, or, allowing themselves to somehow be nurtured and cared for. That's really important for the healers to be able to flip that switch. Doesn't come naturally to them. So yeah, so that's my take on the healers. If I had to sum them up, it's another beautiful, beautiful energy center. And the people that are primary in this, they're the ones that are really out there, that see the divinity in our human experience, and that really their gift is in seeing our divinity, helping us accept ourselves, our perceived flaws and awe, with just loving, loving kindness, the healers. So there you go, fourth energy center, divine love / healing. Hopefully this Facebook Live thing has worked, and thanks for listening. And for those of you that aren't here, assuming that it worked, catch the replay. Bye.